Do you have citizens insurance on your property? Because if you do, there are some massive changes happening. This video is about the Florida home insurance crisis, soaring rates, and what you need to know. After much back and forth between the Florida legislature, there have been massive legislative changes which will absolutely affect people with a citizens insurance policy. And I'm going to share exactly what you need to know. If your roof is more than 15 years old, you now have to demonstrate with proof that your roof has 5+ years of life remaining. And to put that into context, it was 3 years. But you must be able to prove it in order to have your insurance renewed. And while that's a pretty big change, the much bigger change is that Senate Bill 2A requires all citizens policy holders. Citizens insurance was the insurer of last resort in the past. That is no longer the case. They are the dominant player in the space within the state of Florida, and all citizen policy holders must now have flood insurance. And that is a massive whopper of a change because in the past, not all citizens policy holders had to have flood insurance. In fact, most of the markets that I cover, which are located out west, don't require flood insurance. Flood insurance is expensive. And to be clear, all insurance is expensive, but it's only getting more expensive. And while I suspect some of the changes that have been made in order to limit the liability of lawsuits and fraud within the insurance sector will bring back more competitive pricing in the future, in the short term, policyholders are taking it right on the chin. Pow! Right in the kisser. And while it hasn't impacted or affected everyone yet, because it's being rolled out in different phases, the first phase will start affecting some homeowners starting July 1st. Now, if you've been watching for a while, you know that I've been talking about this particular subject for a long time. And many of you have reached out directly to me because you're concerned and want help with getting insurance. In fact, many of you have received non-renewal letters or notices from citizens and have reached out to me in a state of panic. The first thing I would tell you is please take a deep breath. Don't panic. You have options. If you have received a non-renewal letter for your roof, or if you have any concern whatsoever that you may be impacted by these policy changes, then please reach out to me directly because we would love to help. And if you're in the state of Florida and you're not in my market, that's okay because we can help you too. Our preferred home inspectors are working with my clients right now, people just like you who have received non-renewal letters from citizens in order to update their wind mitigation report, which reflect 5+ years of useful life remaining on the roof. But Chris, what if it doesn't have 5+ years of life expectancy? Well, there's a solution for that too. In many instances, without having to pay the entire cost of replacing a roof, there are repairs which can be done which will extend the useful life of it. And to be clear, that's not going to be the case on every roof. Some roofs don't have 5 years, but many of them that are in question do. And a few minor repairs here and there can extend the useful life of your roof and will make it eligible to qualify for a renewal. So while getting one of these non-renewal notices is certainly cause for concern, there is nothing to be panicked about because there is always a solution. But please reach out so we can get you in touch with the right solution. Now, if you've received a non-renewal letter based on flood zone, or maybe you're just concerned that you might, then please reach out to me directly because I work with the best of the best insurance brokers throughout the state of Florida who are working with my clients right now at no obligation to clarify if or when flood insurance will be required for your specific property. Look, there's no way for me to sugarcoat this. I know how bad the home insurance space is and how it's presenting significant financial challenges to many people. I know that it's getting tight right now for a lot of folks, and I suspect it's going to get worse before it gets any better. But I do believe it will, in fact, get better. But I also know that if you get into action now and you get ahead of these issues, you're likely going to save yourself a lot of time, a lot of stress, and a lot of money if your property is affected by either of these issues. And I remain committed to helping everyone who needs help, especially those affected by these particular issues. Now, I hope you found this content valuable, and if you did, please subscribe to the channel. Give it a thumbs up, share it with a friend. If you or anyone you know is even thinking about buying or selling, please reach out because we would love to help. And check out my next video because I suspect you will love it a lot. And until next time,